It had been under seal, and nobody had seen the autopsy results for Bobbi Kristina, but it was released early Friday morning, very, very early Friday morning. We found out what was the cause of death, the official cause of death, and it sounds a lot like Whitney Houston. Drowning and drugs, a lot of drugs.
One leading to the other, it seems.
Yes. They found that Bobbi Kristina, that the cause of death was drowning. Actually, it's listed as pneumonia, but basically.
But I thought they also said immersion of face in water.
It was yes, exactly. The pneumonia caused by immersion of her face in the water. I mean, saying she was underneath the water in the bathtub. And what led to that were this mix of drugs that were in her body.
Yeah, and Harvey, we've seen this before. It's the same thing with Whitney, where it was contributing factors was the drug use. In other words, she wouldn't have gone under the water if she was sober, is what they're saying.
But she had a lot of drugs in her.
But that's the thing. I wanted to get to back to that for a second. The drugs are what's really important here. Number one, marijuana. Number two, alcohol. Number three, benzos, which famously were a big story because of Michael Jackson. All these anti-anxiety medications that she actually had several of them in her bloodstream, where you're mixing them and taking a lot of them. And then also morphine. And there was a rumor, there were reports at the time that she may have been doing heroin. Now, this report says they cannot clarify whether that morphine in her blood was from heroin or she could have taken some other opiate like heroin, but it does show that she had morphine in her system. Now, what's interesting about this, guys, is number one, it shows, I think, clearly she was in the throes of addiction. That, you know, one of the cocaine in her system, by the way, there was cocaine metabolites, which what it shows is that she had done cocaine recently, but not right then.
Mike,
so
I think it's important. What time was this? This was morning, wasn't it?
This was right,
yeah.
I believe it was 10 in the morning,
I mean, when you think, that to me is relevant, that this is not like Saturday night.
Drug, right.
Absolutely, and none of the cocaine was present in the bloodstream. It was, had already gone through the liver. So I think, like I said, what it shows is that she had been doing drugs. And even bigger of a point, guys, we broke the story on the website, Nick Gordon, remember how many reports came out that Nick Gordon may have either killed her, been responsible for her death, or even given her the cocktail?
The reason that the prosecutors gave for keeping the autopsy results under seal is because they didn't want to
compromise the criminal investigation.
Right,
absolutely. So how now, and I can tell you, I've spoken to Nick Gordon's legal team today, and they are saying this squarely, how in the world, after seeing this report, can you even insinuate that he gave her some big drug cocktail that caused her to go unconscious or caused her death? Some of the drugs in her system were from before, from even the day or 2 days before, that were going through her system. And also marijuana and alcohol, guys, of all drugs, very hard to press those two drugs on anyone.
Well, but remember too, there was bruising on her body, Mike.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, Harvey, because the reports that came out at the time was that there was some major assault that may have happened leading up to the bathtub, where she got in the bathtub. This report shows no lacerations or bruising or anything on her face. There is some bruising, I believe, under her armpit and on a thigh, but it does not show, I mean, the evidence does not point towards an assault.
Injury, right.
Right, does not point towards a human-on-human assault. And so his legal team is pointing that out also, saying, you know, look, guys, and think about this, Harvey. They're so mad that they kept it closed and sealed as an open criminal case.
For a long time.
They believe, for almost a year. They believe if they just would have said this all along, how different would people perceive Nick Gordon? That right now, up until now, it seemed, man, there's something real shifty happened with this guy and her. And now it just looks like a bunch of drugs were being done and a bunch of partying, and it's very hard to pin that on somebody else.
Hi, this is Earl Chapman from Houston, Texas. I agree with you guys. It seems like, you know, she was following in her mom's footsteps, but it seems like, you know, she had a death wish. So, I mean, she was a beautiful young lady, and it's sad to see her go, but, you know.
It is weird and eerie that she took all these drugs and then got in the bathtub. And it makes you think where her mind was, you know, because it was less than 2 years since
it was very
Whitney
close to an anniversary.
And guys, even kind of scarier than that, cocaine, marijuana, and the exact same anti-anxiety medication were in her mom's system that was in hers.
I know.
So, I mean, I think it's, you know, unbelievable.